Hello everyone, it's the Prophet Michael David, aka Aries, and today is kind of a filler video. It's also a conjunction video. I'm going to talk about the format for this channel in the near future. So I've made almost 130 videos up to this point in about a year and a half, and you know, they range from prophecy to maths to recently the relationship stuff. And so I'm gonna establish that like current state in this video. Okay, firstly, we're gonna do the prophecy stuff. Yes, I am a prophet. I proclaim it in almost every single video, including this one in the first 10 seconds. There are exceptions to the rules, like the last video and some Tupac videos. But pertaining to the thumbnail, and that's a good place to start, the 3.5 is kind of an obscure prophecy thing about Mashiach wearing his sackcloth for 3.5 years. And all that really is talking about is my, especially in the winter, my black sweatsuit, what I call my black sheep outfit, including the hat and everything. I actually have two of them, an OG one and one where I did all my math stuff. But that's what it pertains to. And this all started, the prophecy stuff, February 28th, 2021, which would have been my parents' 45th anniversary. And so yesterday, if you do it by months, was actually exactly 3.5 years because it was August 28th. But the day before that was my mother's birthday, which is August 27th. And that's historically July 27th, which was my father's birthday, through August 27th has always been my roughest stretch of the year. So there's a lot of conjunctions in this stuff right now. And you might say, oh, that's all a coincidence, but with the numerology stuff. But tell me when you watch enough of my channel and get to 1,000 coincidences and then they stop becoming coincidences. So that being said, in the near future, I do not foresee myself making a whole lot more prophetic videos. It could happen. If it comes up, it will. But let's just say I've made all my claims. I have many, many other videos on this explaining many other things about all three of the Abrahamic religions and many of the other cultures on the planet. But I don't see myself doing that in the future. The only other thing that keeps coming up is if you watch some of the comments in some of my videos, I'm currently having a back and forth with one of the viewers. And while we do not disagree, at least he's continues to ask questions, and it's one of my many duties to keep answering questions as long as they're asked in a respectful way and everything. And so far our exchanges have been a little bit heated but overall civil. So that's as far as the prophecy part where we're stuck at. Maths. Oh, I could rant about this for hours, but most of my channel has been maths and stuff just because I solved stuff so incredibly quickly. But just a short recap: twin prime conjecture, Collett's conjecture, smash that. Both of the perfect numbers conjecture, combine the Collett's and the perfect numbers conjectures to show that they're intricately interlinked. And then I have this Schrodinger's cat, have and have not solved Riemann. I know what it is and what the Riemann hypothesis is doing, but I still don't have any algebraic equations for the actual zeta zeros, which may or may not be possible or even necessary to solve it. The way I'm going through, as I described before, is through Collett's. I found an equation from this guy named Geoffrey Ligarius. Goes back to this other guy named Robin, which goes all the way back to Ramanujan. And so it's a way to solve the Riemann hypothesis rationally, and you don't have to use transcendental numbers. That being said, I also found that it's linked to what's called the Goldbach conjecture, which is even older than the Riemann hypothesis. It's like 350 years old. And somehow, just like how the Collett's conjecture is linked to perfect numbers, I have this feeling that the Riemann hypothesis can be totally smashed and the Goldbach conjecture at the same time because they're intricately linked. But again, I have not been working on that for a while. I still try to send my information out to mathematicians and stuff and reach out, but let's put it this way. No one's ever proven me wrong. No mathematician's ever been like, good try, barely bachelor's degree, but this is where you obviously have made your mistake. All I've ever heard from them, even when I went to them in person, is you have interesting work. It's very novel. I cannot prove you wrong, but I'm not willing to help you because I have papers to grade or something like that. So as soon as anybody ever proves me wrong, you'll all be the first ones to know about it because I'll explain exactly how they proved me wrong. So in that light, with nothing else that I've explained about that you probably won't understand, just to show you the scope of my mathematical ability, all the greats at one time or another make a crack at coming up with an approximation of pi, which is irrational and sometimes acts transcendental. But that's been the game. They try to come up with a great algebraic or series approximation of pi. And as I've showed before, but I'll show you right now, this is mine. So, in conclusion on the maths and why I'm kind of at a standstill right now and everything, but my question to you all, to anybody that's watching this video, is have you ever met another human being that can create that? And my answer to you would be, yeah, me neither. And I'm the one that did it. All right, and lastly, the relationship stuff. And if any of you watch my last men versus women video, um, eventually I'm going to give you guys advice. And I explained exactly why I feel free to do that, other than the obvious reasons. But that being said, I'm starting from the beginning because you guys all have your theories on this, and some of you are very logical, and your logic is very, very good. But the question everyone keeps seem to be asking that nobody can answer is, how did this happen, and why is this so specifically happening right now? And again, in my last video, I explained a lot of it has to do with like macro game theory. It's a, dating is kind of a game theory that men and women have been playing since the beginning of time. In a lot of ways, it's an argument about money and sex, which you all are saying, you're just saying in code words and everything. So, in the next three videos, I'm going to do, the first one's going to be on the baby boomers for sure, because I promised to do that. But then I'm going to do like a men's video, or women's video is probably first, and then men's video after that, and then go from there. And for both, I'll try to hit both aspects of what both sexes are looking for, what you're really looking for and what you're really yearning for in the opposite sex, and why everybody seems so miserable with the situation now, except for the people that find it hilarious. All right, so winding down, about to sign off. Like I said, I'm not going to get into specifics about that stuff. I will in the future videos, and like I said, it's going to be not prophecy and mathematics, mostly the relationship stuff, and then tending any questions if needed, or if I get enough of them, then videos on them and everything. So that being said, for anybody that feel hopeless about the dating thing, it's quite a divergence, a dislocation, but time does heal all wounds. This might seem like it'll last forever, but men and women are biologically, evolutionarily designed to desire each other and want each other and need each other. And it is definitely a team game. So, like I said, but first, before I can give you any sort of advice, I got to tell you, going back to the beginning of time, especially the last couple hundred years, what's really happened to FUBAR all this situation up is badly as it has been FUBAR'd. So, all right, that being said, you'll have a wonderful evening, and as always, the two rules. Rule number one, do not touch other people without their consent, aka do not hurt each other. And rule number two, it's all about honesty. Lies are a takedown, aka try not to lie. All right, I love you all. I'll talk to you later.